Good afternoon, world. It's Wayne Carey here. We're at the Richmond Club in Christchurch, and we are with the New Zealand Heroes, the Charles Upham Tour across ANZACS. It's a competition between Australia and New Zealand. This is a pairs competition. And if you've been watching the earlier games, you'll note that it's a pairs competition. Both the players are playing. Both players from New Zealand, both players from Australia playing with each other. So the New Zealand team is Cooper Collier, 11-year-old, and Charlotte Williams, the 15-year-old young lady. And in the Australian team, it's Jaden Dinger, 18-year-old university student, with Lilly Muldrum, 15-year-old Queenslander, with a huge reputation of being runner-up in the Women's World Under-21s at 13 years old. This is Jaden playing now.
Apparently over here, under 18 is under 18 in Australia, is all under 20 under a junior. So there are two different rules for two different countries.
Young Jaden, he's a lovely player. Shoots well. Probably a bit disappointed with that positioning that he had quite a soft black there to get. And probably didn't make enough of it. But he'd be pretty happy with that result. Charlotte's now coming to the table for New Zealand, Charlotte Williams. And I'd suggest she's playing safe. Nice shot. So isn't this fantastic having juniors like this playing against each other in snooker, a tournament. Now these children, they're playing for their lives. They're trying to win for their country. This could be touching ball. No, I don't think it is. Not been called. Is it called? Was it called touching ball? Couldn't tell from here. Although it looks like the way that the young lady's playing it, looks like it is touching ball. Can't tell from here to be precise. But no, it wasn't. Well played. Good safe shot.
Hello! Who's that? Hello, everyone. Hello.
I think they're holding a
Cricket thing.
cricket thing next door, so it's a little bit of a shame, really. So let's hope that sort of thing doesn't keep happening. I had one earlier.
You got a pen?
There was a pen here and
I had
someone stolen your one, Wayne.
I think you have to have one. I'm telling you here. You right there?
We're back here just lost my pen for a minute, but you got Jaden from Australia. He's obviously going to try and make a break here, open up the reds, and he's done so. And he's got to be disappointed with that. Good effort, bad luck. And how's everything going, Lester? You
Well,
pleased with the way everything's going?
Yeah, I am. I think at the moment it's proved to be a pretty good setup. The players have been fine. The result could be a little better from our point of view. But look, I don't take anything away from anyone. The purpose of this game is to do the best you can. Winning is great, but hey, there's no shame in losing in these things either. And all we want you to do is get up and play the best you can, and don't be hurt too much if you don't succeed. Success is what you make it, and this is proving, effective on that basis. So yeah, I think it's a good format, and we want to see it certainly kept going. Whether it's going to be on an annual basis or a biannual basis at this stage is probably still to be worked out. And today's economy and all the rest of it, it's more than likely to be the latter rather than the former.
Yes,
and of course, Wayne, you're doing a good job too, which is great. We're glad to have you here. You do come from Auckland. It's one of those things that's unfortunate for some people.
It's just an honour being here, actually, with the whole concept.
Yeah.
I just think it's wonderful.
Yeah.
And there we had young Cooper Collier, 11-year-old.
Yep.
Nice starting red. He's got down the other end of the tail, but unfortunately doesn't have anything that's a gimme. But he's got a blue here to get down to the next red. Bad luck. So the score currently is 8-1. 8-2, sorry. Yes, I think you'll find that Jaden might attack here. There's not really a lot of safety options, is there? So he's probably got to attack. And I guess when you get in a situation like this, you've got to commit. Because if you do make a mistake, it could be costly. And he has committed. Well played, Jaden. Very nice shot. Yeah, nice shot. Mum Belinda's here with Jaden from Australia. And again, isn't it great to see the parents following their children in their sport? If you can nail this blue, he's definitely got another red. Yeah, very nicely struck. Are you playing 3 questions here for the blue again, or staying down there? Yes, 1, 2, 3. Definitely 3 questions for the blue again. Well played. Very nicely done. So he's got blue. He's just got to try and work out a way to get. He's really got to get rid of some stage that red by the black, so that opens up the pocket. Because he currently can take down the red, but the black doesn't go in that pocket. So at some stage, yes, I think he might be going to draw. No, he's going to draw it, is he? Yes, he tried to draw it. Bad luck. He got the red out of the way, you notice? What a good effort that was. I'm just not sure. That was a really good effort, Jaden. Bad luck. So would you be going up for the blue? Yes, nicely done. Nicely done. Yep. Touch of class. Blue down for the next red, and then the black's clear for everybody. Yep, just a nice clean strike. Strikes a lovely ball, this fellow. Yep, nice. Sorry, the scorer isn't with us at present. It's just the way it is. Something else is a bit of a problem starting upstairs. So that'll be cleaned up in a minute. In the meantime, let's get on with the game. Just enjoy this. Try and pick out what shot you might want to take next. You try, bad luck. Now, didn't I make the comment earlier when we were watching the ladies play? The moment players, snooker players, seem to want to hit a ball firmer, they are more likely to miss that particular shot. And I think it's to do with the front hand.
33-2.
23-2.
33.
33-2 is the score.
I was
Thank you.
setting the other computer up.
Clever shot. Clever shot, Charlotte. They're not easy when they're in the pocket like this. So again, we're playing the full 5 frames. 11-year-old and a 15-year-old playing in the New Zealand team, and an 18-year-old and a 15-year-old playing in the Australian team. It's a foul shot. And
Foul and a miss.
be a foul and a miss for sure, but it's only 4 for the miss. You don't get 4 for the miss and 4 for the in-off as well. So it's only 4. And it looks as if the New Zealand team may be going to strike.
Not bad.
11-year-old Cooper Collier. Wasn't that clever? Wow, you little beauty. Wow. Did you see that shot,
No.
Paul? I never saw it. Sorry, yeah, I never saw it. The referee, Phil Shivers, I think he might have had a smile on his face too. Wonderful shot, young man. 11 years old and seen a shot like that. Wow. Wow. Yep. Nice yellow. This is probably why I'm sitting here and they're there. He took the yellow. I suggested the blue. Lovely shooting. Experience like this is just so invaluable. Composure's good. Scared of no one. Bulletproof. And likes the shot. And nails it. Well done, young man. That's a great shot, Sandy. Sandy's his mum. Great composer. 11 years old, still going to primary school. Wow. Does it get any better than this? Jane Dinger from Australia, from Queensland, he's playing now. You can see he's a lovely curist. Good effort. Might have got second prize. No, he hasn't, but there's nothing really easy. Well, they suggest it could be a free shot here. Freebie, what we call a freebie. He could put the red and come back up here for safety. If he did put the red and got back up here, sorry, if Charlotte was to put the red and get back up, he'd probably play behind the blue or the yellow for a snooker next. Although Charlotte does like to attack. Good effort. Bad luck, Charlotte. 15-year-old Lilly Muldrum comes up to play. Sorry, it's Jaden, is it?
It should be.
Jaden, I thought
It's Lilly. You're looking at the screen, don't you?
No, I'm looking at this one here. My apologies.
No, it's Lilly.
No, it is. It is Lilly. Sorry. Nice shot. Yeah, oh, unlucky. Snookered us off. Oh dear. A lovely cut like that you would have thought to be on the pink or black. Now this yellow and blue looks tricky. Or was she going brown or green? Looks like brown or green perhaps. No, was it? Yeah. So that's a foul and a miss.
Foul, yep.
So it'll be interesting to see what the New Zealand team do here. Cooper Collier is elected to play from where they are. So if he nails us, he knocks that red away for the pink. Yeah, he has. Look at this. Wow. Wonderful shot. Wow. Both these players have been playing nearly these New Zealand team. Both played well, but this competition just seemed to have brought them on better. And I've said before, practice all you like, but competition's different. Very different. Race day's different. Nice little drawback, and he's on the black. Very nice young man. Black must put him on a red. Choice of two reds, takes him on to like, it looks, yeah, pink red looks a little awkward, but he may like it. He does. And it gives him pink or black. He went for the double, good effort.
He's on 15.
Just shows you how people see things differently. That's a lovely effort. Well done. Well done, Cooper. So, Australia and New Zealand, 34-32. And this is Jaden Dinger from Queensland. Attempt a safety shot. He won't be happy with that. Young Charlotte Williams, 15-year-old young lady from Christchurch, comes up to take the shot. Looks at the angle.
Do the running yet again. Thanks, son.
she too will be disappointed with that.
I do this for fun and walking backwards and forwards.
And just an unhappy smile there, frustrated smile, probably be a better word. Australian Lilly comes up, also from Queensland. Definitely got an angle to get on the next red. Well played. Nice shot. Red for pink or blue. Yeah, table clearance here. I think it's hard. Little, yeah, pot the blue, little drawback for the, she's right-handed, so a little drawback to the middle pocket. Give or take, puts her on the yellow one. You're not behind the ball, she may need to go 2 cushions here. She's definitely doing a drawback anyway. Yep, nicely struck. Well played, young lady. So probably a drawback here. If she can get back far enough. She's got green and brown. This is not easy either with the long gear. Judging the distance, when you're this far away from the white, it's hard to judge how close your tip is. She's trying now to do that. She's aiming low on the ball. And that should draw back. Yeah. Probably the right thing there, because I think if she'd have powered it, she might have thrown the cue off. Green still goes. But just got to be careful that she doesn't go in off in the middle. Didn't like it, so resets, which is so important. So currently there's 16 the difference, 25 on the table. So young Cooper Collier steps up and says, "This is mine." Bad luck, young man. Still needing 2 balls, the Australians. And there's one to make the other team needing sneakers. Well played. New Zealand team now needs sneakers.
Oh, hi Phil, I'll be back in a minute.
So where the Blues finished won't worry the Australians. 19.
queue, but one of the extensions we've got at the motel. We can bring it down tomorrow. We've got, I think we're at
19 in front, and we need a snooker. So here's the question. Does Charlotte take the blue and then try for snooker? Probably, maybe. Take the blue because it's there, and now try and play a snooker. I wonder if she's aware that if she puts all 3 balls, they haven't won. It looks like she's trying to pot it. So she may be unaware that she needs a snooker. Maybe I'm wrong. Nearly got one. Does he go in the double? Twice across maybe? Or straight across? Good effort. Pretty tough to get a snooker from here. It's game. So, first frame to Australia. Lovely pot, young man. Isn't that great? The 4 of them getting the balls out. Bit of a smile and a smirk to each other. And back to war. Thanks to the referee, Phil Shivers. He's taken his coat off. It was a bit warm, I think.
He was getting
But still dressed with a bow tie. It's interesting. They're flicking the back of the cue there on the break-off shot. I didn't notice Lilly doing that earlier, actually. Maybe that's the way the pros do it. That's pretty much a snooker. Charlotte steps forward. Two cushions. And not a thing that Charlotte's done a lot of, having only played snooker for about a month. So she's just going to go the one cushion by the looks. Still be two cushions. The black's the headache. Oh, great shot. Great shot. Take a bow. Wow. So up steps Lilly, and just a safety shot, probably try and hide behind the black here. Paul, help me out if you can, thanks. Would the end pairs, do they stay the same formation all the time?
They can
Okay,
change each frame who
Okay.
they follow.
Okay. Is it necessary, or
It's not necessary. They
okay,
can,
they can play the way they were?
yep.
Sure.
So say Cooper breaks the first frame, and Jaden followed. If Jaden broke, Cooper could choose to follow. They could,
Okay, thank you.
but once it's set, they're in stone for the frame.
After the first shot, they're set.
for
Thank
the
you.
frame. Yeah. And there is fouls and stuff for playing out of turn.
Sure. And apparently, when the player gets down to play the shot, they're not allowed to talk to the partner.
Until they address the table for the first shot, they can go back and talk to their partner, or their partner can come to the table and talk through it with them.
Advice on shots?
Yep. But once they address the table, get down and address the table, then there must be no communication.
Thank you. And if there is it loss of frame?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah. I know that warning your player that they're going to play a foul shot is
Loss of frame, sorry, that'd be correct. Yeah.
But I think the other talking might be a foul. But the referee has advised the teams that he'll be giving warnings rather than because both of these pairings haven't played pairs before.
Well, okay. Oh, fair enough. Yep, okay. Right now, young Jaden's on 15. He's had a black, blue and a red.
Sorry, because we're busy talking.
Lovely. Good shooting. So Australia currently 22, New Zealand 0. Nice shot, young man. Wow, and he's got an angle here if he needs to go into the reds. That's clever. Wow. That's really clever. So does he clip the red or go straight into the pink? No, he's got to take the back red. Why not? Jade's on a break of 29, and unfortunately, it's probably why he probably should have broken the reds up when he could, I think, before, because there's no guarantee of positioning afterwards. Well, he's having to crack the pot. That's good on you. Yep, it's got to be very fine. Oh dear, bad luck, young man, bad luck. Oh, what a shame. Lovely, lovely, lovely pot. Bad luck. So he's fouled there. So he obviously scored 29 and 7 to the Kiwis. Charlotte Williams stepping to the table. Long reach. And gets it. Wonderful shot. And look at that. Look at the position on the black here. Don't rush it. You'll be fine. Playing a drawback shot.
He's on one.
When the balls are close together, they're very hard to judge.
So usually Wayne would have a side-on view rather than the diagonal that we've got, but just with the limitations of the room we went to the diagonal because we couldn't get a good side-on angle.
It's all great, thank you. I think it's huge efforts by everybody, and again, thanks to OnCue for supplying this gear. OnCue, if you want any snooker, pool, or darts, they're young people. They're professionals, that's the bottom line. They do it once, they do it properly. Oh, bad luck. Bad luck, Lilly. 11-year-old Cooper Collier steps up. Fearless. University student Jane Dinger is on 1. So does he go for red down the bottom of the table, or does he try and bake the brunch while he can? He's decided to go that way. Maybe that outside red goes. Looks like it from here, although we can't tell that well. Yes, obviously it does. Nice 8.
9.
No, he's playing well, this boy. Consistently gets 4 6-ball breaks. Sometimes 10, but 4 and 6 when he gets amongst them, he gets 4 or 6 balls in a row. Constantly. Plant. Well played. Have a look how these young people are dressed. Wonderful. Oh, very well played, young man. He's playing good, isn't he? That's about 8 balls in a row, I think.
24.
6 balls in a row.
6
3 reds,
balls.
3 blacks.
Thank you.
24 the break.
24 the break. Thank you. This will give him another black or blue. Bad luck.
Australia 24.
24.
So in pairs snooker, a break of 30 is recognised as a good break for like around the 30 mark, and like because a lot of the time you're playing it's a lot of safety in pairs generally.
Yes. Yes, you're playing for 2, aren't you?
Yeah.
Instead of 1, so the risks are probably less. Or you're trying not to make any mistakes because you want to let your mate down. Lilly steps up. Do like the way she's got to tip close to the ball every shot. 1. This yellow gives her the next red. Disappointed with that, I'd say. With Jaden doing a lot of the potting, sometimes when you're the second player, you can't help but want to join the potting a lot of balls because you want to sort of feel that you've got to be doing something in the partnership. But seriously, you don't. If your offside is potting all the balls, you just play safe. If there's nothing around, of course. Great pot. Let's hope that blue goes. Looks like it does. Great weight. Yeah, 11-year-old, I've been playing for about a year. Wow.
Yeah, both of these guys, right, Cooper's been playing pool a lot longer, but Charlotte took up the snooker and pool first about a year ago and snooker only recently.
Okay. Bad luck. So the score is currently 58-14 to Australia. And Jaden Dinger steps up to the mark. Playing middle ball, centre ball, Kieran. He shrugged his shoulders there. He must have been pretty disappointed with that. Probably didn't expect to miss by so much. Charlotte looks at her angles, steps in on the shot. Bad luck. Just done across for the black. Beautifully played. She's got an angle here for that next red. If she'd been on the lower side of the black, it would have been much easier getting on that blue red, any one of those two blue reds. She's going low, so clearly she wants to draw back, maybe hit a cushion, bounce off the cushion and reverse side. Yep, well played, young lady. Very well played.
So, just a fact, looking up on the Australian site, Lilly was a runner-up in the under-16 snooker championship for Australia last year.
Wow. You can see why, can't you?
Yeah. And is the current under-18 girls champion as well.
And she's 15.
Yeah.
Doesn't that tell you something? Wonderful. So nice little just drop the blue in and you're on the next red for another blue. And not enough breakfast. Bad luck. Bad luck, Lily. So Australia 67, New Zealand 14. It's currently 43 on the table. Upstairs, Charlotte.
Frame's been
No
conceded.
frame conceded. Okay.
I think that's good sportsmanship from New Zealand, both frames needing quite a few snookers and getting to that point that the New Zealand team have decided, no, we'll concede the frames and play the sportsmanship. Sometimes dragging out the frame does not make a good impression on the sport.
No, good point. I do think in singles though, if you've not had a bit of a, you haven't really had a good run of the balls, and there's only a few balls, and you still can't win, I think it doesn't hurt to take a couple of practice shots.
Yeah.
If you're that far, in singles only though.
Yeah, in pairs or teams event, depending on what you want to call it, it's more because you're not the only one controlling what's going on the table. So
Yes, yeah. I see the format, they've kept the same format too. Jaden Ding has been following Cooper Collar every time. So Australia lead the frames 2-0. Well played. Well played. Got up beautifully for the read. Look at that. That's a lovely shot. Take a bow. Take a bow, Jaden Dinger. So does he play for the spare read or does he take the bunch on? He's taking the bunch on, and that's the problem.
Probably.
Yeah, no, that's the problem when you're playing a shot like that. Quite often, even the pros going off like that. Bad luck, Jaden. So Charlotte Williams steps up, 15-year-old. The read automatically gives her a black.
That's right. Good match.
Oh, at least it's not raining.
Nice shot.
Sensational. Sensational. Bit unlucky with the way it's finished, but you can only pot the ball. Great shot, young lady.
So for those that weren't watching earlier, Cooper Collier went down to Jaden Dinger 5-0 and Charlotte Williams went down 5-0 also to Lilly Muldrum, who's on the table now. But the rules of this tournament are all 5 frames or all 15 frames each day will get played and count towards the overall trophy.
Now that's respect. No need to space them open. Or have a crack at something when there's nothing really on. Wasn't a lot there for you. Young Cooper was there. He said if actually got that read, he was never spotted by that because he had no colour. Well played. But the colours are awkward. He's doing a drawback here. Bad luck. So the score is currently Australia 15, New Zealand 5. For all the people watching at home, you Mr. and Mrs. World, and of course the children of the world watching this game. Why wouldn't you want to be involved with this? Everyone's well behaved, respectful. Lovely shot, young lady.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, lovely shot. And on the black as what a lovely shot there was. Black automatically gives the red unless the black stops the black spot. Yeah, tough shot. Just something else too for you parents to have a look at here, that are watching this. In this game, when the players miss or do something wrong, at worst they smile, or at worst they stand there dumbfounded. But they don't carry on like some of those other sports where they've got to let out swearing bombs. None of these kids ever do it. We don't like it in the sport, we don't do it. Isn't that the way you'd want your children to be brought up? Wonderful pace. Very nice shot, Cooper. I'm sort of amazed at times why we don't get sponsors in the sport, or sponsors don't seem to be so willing to come to help us. And because we're beautifully dressed, we know how to behave. There's no bad media, you know. When was the last time you heard anything or seen any bad media about Q-Sport? Even the greats of the game, when they miss, they sit down. They don't carry on like small children and then look up the TV screen to see how they looked. A lot of these football players now are becoming TV stars, or trying to be. Every time they do something, they look up the screen to watch themselves. There's a young lady there, beautifully dressed, knows how to behave. Plays a shot, nice effort, nice try for a double. There you are, bit of a smile and walks away. Isn't that how you want your children to react? Make no mistake, they're trying their hearts out. Make no mistake, they're hurting. Suggest she probably draw back, put the green, draw back for the red. Can't really be sure of the angle. She may need to bounce off one or two cushions, but now she's drawing back. Yep, well played. And now she can put the red and drift down for the black, or at worst beyond the pink.
Very steady player, isn't she?
Very nice. I've said several times I really like the way she's got a tip close to the white. Probably the greatest player I've ever seen do that is Jimmy White. I don't know how he's not touching the white ball with his tip. But here's the point, he's that close all the time, he gets the same feedback. Sensational effort.
Oh,
Sensational effort.
Yeah, very good.
Did I see your cheeks blow out then?
Yeah.
Trying to blow that ball in? Did I see
Yeah,
that?
I think
No, I
yeah.
didn't. It might have been me that did it. But, yeah, wonderful shot. That's tough.
It looked like it was just going to hold,
It
Yeah.
did.
and then at the very last
Look at this
second
lovely
it dropped.
cueing action. Look at this. And then, yeah. So, here's a starting ball for the Kiwis,
Cooper for the tape.
for the K1W1s or KIWIs. Australia 27, New Zealand 7. Bad luck, young man. Wasn't a gimme. Tough shot. We're going to try and pot this by bending it. This could be interesting. Bad luck. Pardon me, he overdid it, that's all. Certainly worth a go. There was nothing else around. She's very good on the long shots, this young lady. Sorry about that. Probably hasn't had a lot of experience with the jigger either.
But unlucky.
Bad luck, yep. Nice position for the black, bad luck. Charlotte. Steps into the shot, lovely. Head down, elbow up. Sensational. Very nice. In the last frame was all Jaden Dinger, and this frame, for the Aussies in this frame, it's Lilly Muldrum. Muldrum is doing it. Just see what happens if she forces this red, because a couple of times when she forced the ball, she's missed them. She may need to force this to get on the black. Yeah, well played. It should separate the other reds, cutting the black in. Should develop another red, possibly red towards the middle pocket. An unexpected result. Tough snooker. And of course, like all sports, when you're playing well, the balls do run for you. Or the run of the ball seems to work with you. It's a toughie. Good effort. Good effort. 2 cushions. Good effort. See, there's a nice sporting thing too. Why wouldn't you want your children playing this? This young man, Jaden, could have easily asked to have those pushed back, but he didn't. He fancied his chances on the pot. And was down for the black, by the way. Maybe that was the reason. Australia currently 40, New Zealand 7. I think there was an attempt for a double to the other middle pocket, I think. The double kiss spoiling it. Lilly steps up. Now, while the in-off is not desired, certainly not breaking the balls open like that might not have been desired as well. Cooper Collier steps up, leans in, moves into the shot. Didn't like it, resets. Bad luck, young man, good effort. Not a gimme. Yeah, so with reference to the sponsors, why would a sponsor want bad behaviour? Doesn't matter which of the sports it is, like the gladiator sports. Why wouldn't sponsors want to get behind a sport like this? I can't work it out. Everyone's well behaved. Look, you could take these young kids home to meet your grandmother, but you certainly couldn't do that with a lot of the gladiator sports people. Very bad press. Bad luck. Bit of toing and throwing going on here. There may be a red to sneak past that black. Don't forget, tomorrow we've got the ladies. Ladies playing, and again, this is a sport made for the ladies. Equal chance. Good effort. Actually, that might have been deliberate. Knocked the black away from the pocket. 29 in front. Up steps 11-year-old Mr. Cooper Collier. And it's always nice when that happens. Tough shot. You've got to be kidding me.
Table's a bit.
Bad luck here, table just might have rolled against him there, but that could be the nap as well. So it's the same for both players. Nice effort though, wasn't it, playing at the top of another ball?
was.
Wow.
Yep.
Here we have Mr. Jaden Dinger. From the Kiwis, Charlotte Williams. Can't really tell if she's on anything here. She's having to go at something there. Bad luck. $28 points of difference. 59 on the table. Tough black.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if she gets this black, she's earned it. Wonderful shot.
That was a good shot.
Really good shot. And also, she got a nice red in the middle too. Red in the middle, blue or black next. Very nice. So the blue probably gives her an easier red. Well taken, very well taken. Nice shooting, young lady. So the last red's not a gimme, but if by potting the black, at least she's going to be over that side of the table. Maybe manufacture a double or a snooker. And I think she's accidentally manufactured the snooker, to be honest. But that's when you're playing well, that's what happens. So there's a difference here of 42 and there's 35 on the table. Oh, wonderful shot. Yeah, wonderful shot, wonderful pace. Wow, wow.
I was thinking it was just rolling off the mat there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you never saw it. What happened?
Yeah, just a
He
lovely
snookered
shot.
him, did he?
Yeah, no, he snookered him before that. He just played a lovely shot, but beautiful pace. Jaden just got a bit of a headache in. No doubt he'll know how to handle it. I would say he'd leave the red somewhere round about where it is now. Is that a foul? I think that was a foul.
It was a foul?
Yeah, I think so. And he's called it on himself. And there's again. What other sport do you get that in? Imagine a soccer player accidentally fouling one of the other players and telling the referee, look, I fouled. Or a rugby player knocking the ball on and telling the referee, I'm sorry, referee, I knocked that ball on. They just don't do it. As a matter of fact, they argue with the referee and sometimes tell the referee their parents aren't married. It's cursing and swearing at them.
Oh, it's not coloured. No, it's not.
Bad luck. Like I said before, just not sure what sponsors want. You know, you go and watch a gladiator sports. And this is what people are when they're watching these sports. They're like the old days and the Roman days. When someone gets hit and hurt, they cheer. Oh dear, so I hope I didn't put you off there, Lily. But they actually cheer, and yet that person's just been hurt. Someone's brother, someone's son, someone's husband maybe, someone's cousin. Just like the old days in the Colosseums. People got hurt, they jumped, they cheered. Oh, nice pink hair. Nice pink hair. Got to give him a yellow. Difficult yellow, but give him one. The green's a problem at present. Mind you, 37 behind, so we... Bad luck, young man. So New Zealand's needing quite a few snookers again. 37 behind, 27 on the table. At least 3 to 4 sneakers. Very nice. Lovely shot, Mr. Jaden Dinger. You play this with the same pace. If he misses, he just leaves it on the pocket, so New Zealanders are forced to pot it. And he's on the brown. It's good potting practice green for Charlotte. Good. Brown gives you the blue. Blue gives you the pink. So there's a possible table clearance here, even though the Kiwis are too far behind to win. Only too many sneakers. Wow. Wow. Wonderful. You've got to wonder where these two youngsters are going to be in 12 months. They've got full support from their parents.
It's a corrected score.
It's the correct score now, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I might have been calling that wrong before. I'm sorry.
That's probably my fault because I must have missed a read.
33 the diff, so they're needing 3 sneakers. Oh, lovely
Oh,
shot.
What a
Lovely, lovely shot. Put a smile on the dial. Good on her. Two over 2 with the backhand on the cue. Slots it.
This is not looking good.
And it's 4 frames to 0. And deservedly, these Australians are playing, simply put, they're playing better than us.
Oh, it's only 3 frames, isn't it?
I've got
I've just
3
put
here.
that on.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
I apologise, only 3
It
frames.
is 3 frames, yes.
Thank you, Tara.
I'll turn it off.
They wanted
When we're back, Wayne.
Lovely, thank you. And he'd be very pleased with that. He clipped the blue but still got safety. So 3 frames in all to Australia. So currently in today's play only, they're 13 frames up. So the trophy these young players are playing for, the ladies, the men's and the juniors, is looking increasingly difficult to retain or to win for the inaugural
Yeah.
match. Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but I think it's a good experience for our young juniors today.
Great.
They've proven themselves against top, like, these are 2 of Australia's top junior players, where we've got some fairly new players playing them, but they have not embarrassed themselves.
No. I have thoroughly enjoyed commentating on because some of the pots they make, and I just wish I could pot like that. So here's young Lilly Muldrum. Oh, wonderful pot, young lady. Gee, she stepped up, hasn't she? In the first frame was all Jaden, but in the last 2 frames, Lilly stepped forward, proved why she was so good in the Under 21 Women's Ladies World Championship, where she was runner-up at 13 years old. Looks like a blue. Blue will drift it down for a red. Bad luck. Nice position for that red, though. And it looks like they're staying with the same format. Cooper stepped up, obviously playing for the blue, but was unlucky not to nail the red. I think Jaden got choice of 2 here, the black or the red, or the blue. He feels obviously the black's the one to take because you can continue with the break. You got to be disappointed with that. For Charlotte, we just hope this can sneak past for Charlotte. How's that look to you, Paul? It's pretty impossible.
It's possible, but
Is it? It's got to
you
run
could,
with the net.
you could
Yeah.
clip that black on the way past like that.
Oh, bad luck. Bad luck.
So,
Worth a go.
yeah, it was a 50-50 shot.
Sure.
Really, it could a little bit of swerve would have probably missed that black. Just a very light swerve. But
So Lily's going down and she's playing middle ball. Just slot it and it gives automatic black. Or blue. Steps into the shot. Elbows in a straight line with the cue. She's just feeling a bit awkwardly placed at present, but worried about the hair. That's lovely. Yeah, look at that straight line with the cue through the elbow. Very well played, young lady. Bad luck. Bad luck. Run the risk and was unfortunate. So how many people, Paul, how many people in New Zealand would have experienced cue sport at some stage, snooker, pool or billiards?
oh, I would say you'd have to say that there would be you'd have to think that a third of the population at some stage has picked up the cue, whether it be at the pub, be on it, or in a interpub
Sure.
thing. It could have been, you know, I would say that a good million people would have at least done that at some stage in their life.
Well, the Hillary Commission have admitted this is probably one of the most played games where people are trying to actually win. Because you go into any RSA, you've got two 80-year-olds, two 70-year-olds, they're trying to beat each other.
Yeah.
You get two people running along the beach on a Saturday, they're not going to races, or running the roads, you know, like running the beach on a Wednesday night, something, they're not going to races. But you pop in, and they're actually trying to beat each other. They might be playing for a bear, and you listen to the moan when they get it wrong. I've left you another one, and away they go.
Yeah.
It's a lovely sport, and I reckon it's near 2 million.
Yeah.
And what's even more standing about that is, in this game, you've got to be 18 before you can go into a pub and play. Whereas if you're playing the other sports, tennis, whatever, you can play at any age.
Well, yeah, we're getting a wee bit luckier these days with the pubs and clubs changing their allowances for juniors to come into the venues.
So necessary.
And as is shown by you, the Club New Zealand Juniors last weekend at the 8 Ball, it was a field of 40, I believe was the field size, and none of them were
16
straight to the first tournament. They had all been playing for a few months anyway.
Well, that was a nice blue that young Jaden just got. But see, on that same context, Massey run tournaments. They ran one in Papatoa the other week. And they got something like about 80 players from 8 years old.
Yeah.
From 8 years old to 86.
Yep. Well, I met quite a few of the young players last weekend, like Tyson Argus.
Yes.
He'd be one of the younger ones.
Yep, lovely young fellow.
Yeah.
Plays nice too. 8 years old. Ladies and gentlemen of the world, 8 years old.
And people can go back and see those videos from last week on our channel.
Wonderful.
From New Plymouth. So do go back, look at those videos, see these young fellas play.
So what is that YouTube channel?
The On Cue streaming channel that they're on now.
Okay, how do you spell that?
Just On Cue streaming. So
O-N...
ONCUE.
Okay, all one word?
Yep.
Thank you.
We are getting a few more tournaments. Hopefully in the next year or two we'll start getting more and more. So you never know where I might turn up with the gear.
Yeah, sure. I've actually worked with young Tyson and Addison and the dad, and that's Steve, and I'm just trying to remember their mother's name, and I apologise.
She was a lovely lady anyway.
Yeah, it just slips my brain, unfortunately, at present. Terry, yep, Terry's the mum's name.
That's it.
Fully support their kids. You want to see the smile on these parents' face when their kids are when they're playing. Just wonderful. And so again, I'm just not sure what you need to do to get sponsors. So with the talk there, we've lost the score, I'm afraid. Yep, nicely struck. Yep, got enough room there to play for the black again, I'd say. Well played, Jaden.
Sorry, 8.
Look at that, comes down nice and straight. Elbow's good. Got a nice elbow, this kid. You see that? Glass of wine elbow. Put a glass of wine in there, wouldn't have spilled a drop. Well played. Stands back. Watch him walk into the shop. Walk in the shop, cue in a straight line. Hair comes straight down on the cue.
17.
I think he's played for the blue here. Got to be careful the NR if he plays the blue. No, he's on the pink. and the pink will put him definitely onto more reds. I know he's going to black, I apologise. Gee, that's good, isn't it? Wow. Wow.
24.
Sorry about the score, ladies and gentlemen of the world. But he looks like he's playing for a nice soft pink here.
25.
Pink gives them a selection of 2 or 3 new reds. To draw back. Stun through. Yep. Played. Yeah, Paul's just gone away to get the scores, I'm sorry. Oh, very nice. Well manufactured. Just a joy to watch. All of this, just a joy to watch. Doesn't matter what country you come from. The reason being, most of us know how hard this is. We've all had a crack at it.
59.
40% of New Zealanders in New Zealand have had a crack at this game one way or another. You go into your office at work or your workplace, have a look around and see who hasn't played this game. Wonderful. This is an absolute pleasure to watch. He seems a bit disappointed actually with that, probably wanted a bigger bounce.
Sorry, I'm just waiting for the break to end.
Yeah, Paul's just waiting for the break to end so he can put up the scores. Do you have a bit of a drawback here? Looks like the pink's on too. This is a lovely, just lovely.
When I got talking, said I need everything.
So that's the end of the break there. Well played, young man. Take a bow. Charlotte steps up to the plate. Whatever before. Queenslanders Lilly Muldrums come to the table. Red gives it pink. Pink probably gives it the other 2 reds, if not the other 3 reds. Nicely struck. She can get a decent drawback off this. The red would be simpler to go into one of the bottom pockets. It's a little awkward. And she's getting the long gear out. Yeah, sensible shot. Just claim the pink. Nothing fancy. try and manufacture something from here that still reads on. I'm not sure what's happened to Paul at this stage. Sensational shot.
Lawrence, 19 years old. I think he's here now, isn't he?
Brown for the other two reds. Well played, young lady. Playing lovely. You've got to say, it looks to me like the Kiwis need a snooker again, or snookers. I think Paul's just waiting for the break to finish again to come up. Yep, and the frame's been conceded.
Sorry, I
Not sure, not sure what all the breaks were there, Paul, I'm sorry.
no, one of them was, yeah. But there were was it?
What's that?
When you're ready, go onto YouTube when you're ready.
I am here.
YouTube, yeah? Watch this.
Oh no, that's Facebook.
Oh, okay.
So we're on YouTube, is it? On
Yeah,
YouTube.
You go onto YouTube. I just showed it to
Yep.
Clever shot, young man. Now, with all sports, we talk about skill levels. Okay? Now, I'm on the radio a couple of years ago with Mark Watson. Mark Watson gives all sports a go. But I asked him, and please don't let me run down another sport because that's not my intention, but can you give me any sport in the world? Are you listening, Paul?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Any sport in the world, Lester, that has a skill level of a 147 in snooker.
Really?
Now, people rung up and they talked about 9-dart finish. Wonderful. But you are staying in the same place. Holes in one in golf.
Take it easy.
But they really are flukes. Uh, 10 pin, 10 strikes. But you really are bowling out. Whereas in the snooker, you've got 1 foot shot, 2 foot shots, 15 foot shots. You've got 6 questions to work out. You've got naps to work on. And by the end of the radio session, no one could ring up and give sport that has more skill level than 147, although someone did bring up and say 1,000 break in billiards. And the way snooker's going, that probably could be true actually, because nearly every tournament now people are getting 147s in snooker. There's only 4 people currently living with 1,000 break. It's had 1,400 consecutive scoring shots for 1,000 break. Where snooker's 36 consecutive scoring shots. 36 consecutive scoring shots. See, there you go. Well, he's disappointed. No tantrums, just disappointed. Why wouldn't you want your children playing this game? Yeah, nicely stolen, Muldrum.
Is anybody keeping record of the number of breaks? Oh, bugger.
Australia 1.
That should be a tournament controller job.
Clarifies for the highest breaks.
That's a job for your tournament controller. That's what your tournament controller should be doing. No.
Charlotte Williams presented with the rest. Steps Jade. Nice shot. They're cute and lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, well done. It's got around beautifully for that far red of the bunch.
Hey. And
you should be able to open up these reds. Very nicely done. Very classy. Doesn't look like there's an off there either, off the reds. Looks like you should go in between those 2 front reds. He had and is. Oh, bad luck, young man. Yeah. He is frustrated, don't blame him. Don't blame him, but he might have one here. You would have thought, though, he might have got a little bit of an easier chance. Wow,
good shot.
Did you see that half ball? Good shot. And that's another thing.
Very good shot.
Yeah, a lot of snooker players don't see that shot. Well played, Jaden. Beautifully picked out. So's that. Very classy young man. Nothing but admiration. Very nice. Yeah, I think he's got to hit that red left of the black there. That's fine as long as he controls it. Yeah, and that's it. And nobody puts a bit of pressure on it, somehow the cue action goes out of bounds. Mind you, easy here. Eleven-year-old Cooper Collier steps up. Well taken. Strokes a nice ball, doesn't he? Lester,
does,
when he
doesn't he?
strokes it. Yeah,
Yep.
strokes a lovely ball. Black doesn't look good. What would you take here, Lester, blue or green?
What was actually good? I don't know. I'll probably go for the brown myself, but
No, he's gone the blue. Bad luck. So that was your fault, Lester, because you didn't nominate a colour for him.
that's I was looking to see if the black was on the big one.
So Australia lead the fifth and final frame of the day,
Yeah.
31-1. Fifteen-year-old Charlotte Williams steps up to the plate. The dad Chris is here. Oh, just stood up on the shot. Bad luck. Lost the strength on the shot. But again, no tantrums. Disappointed, of course. There's no swearing bombs like those other sports. Bit of a loss there, what Jaden did there, to be truthful. I think he is too, actually. Don't think there's a double.
This is the last frame.
Tried for a double here. What a good effort.
Oh, what?
What a good
How
effort.
do you get him in this club? Yeah.
Isn't that lovely?
He's out. Yeah.
And let's not mess around. A good read like that deserves a Blake.
Oh.
And he nearly got it too. Bad luck. What a wonderful read. You know, you can go to any club in New Zealand, you sit there and watch some people playing, and you see some fabulous balls getting potted. I hope you people at home enjoying this. So scores currently 32-2, there's only 30 the difference. 67 on the table. Nice soft touch. And she's very good along the balls, Charlotte. So this black will give her another read.
Shot.
Well played, young lady. So she's taken the red that's going to give her a black.
I think one thing that's come to prove, Wayne, is today this has a lot of talent out there, and some of these young people playing this game today are going to have bright futures.
I agree. And don't forget there's some that can't be playing today.
Oh, that's right.
And they'll get a look at this.
Yeah.
And this is for them.
Yeah.
So he's taken the pink. The pink, yeah, one bounce, maybe two cushions. One cushion for sure. And he's on the next red. Go between the yellow and green. Yeah, I wouldn't have played it that way. But that's how we saw it. We can get on it. Well played. Wrong again. Very nice. Yeah, nice brown drift down for the second last read. Got to take your hat off to the Aussies. They're playing very well, Lester. Yep. Commentator's curse. This is interesting. If he can hit this thin enough, he gets his next read out as well. Puts his red.
Yes.
Very thin.
Yep. No, they're
Gets the second read off the
quite
cushion.
steady young people. Good on them.
Yep.
Good to see.
Yep.
Good to see. This young fella, 11 years old, he can be doing, I think, look at this.
We took that one on, wow.
Yeah.
Couldn't have seen the other one, eh? We couldn't probably cut it enough. So Lilly Muldrum's got two reads to take choice from. Obviously the black end read is the one to go for because that'll give a black or pink for the next read. Just got to slot it gently. Pink gives the next read. Well slotted young lady. So Red can give her the pink, but she would probably slip down for the brown, so she can go brown or green. So she can go for the yellow next for a table clearance, with the blue ball being the worst ball on the table. It's 52 plays 10. Difference of 42, and there's only 27 on the table. So already New Zealand needing 3 or 4 sneakers. Brown might actually get the blue out. It's clever. No, it didn't bother. Okay. Just letting the cue do the work here, you notice? Just stroking the ball. A little bit of a stun drawback here. Very nicely played. But the green, little drawback again. Brown's done over for the blue. Very nice, Lilly. Thoroughly enjoyed all you juniors today. It's a bit tricky, could be an off here. not sure how she's going to get down for the pink. Well, she probably doesn't need it really. Yeah, I think she's a bit wide about the end off. Putting a bit of side on there to make it go wider. Bit of a punch, yeah. I think that's what made her miss the shot actually. She was more worried about the end off.
And
So there you are, Will. That's the series of the day. Currently Australia are leading 15 frames to 0 against New Zealand. Tomorrow we've got the ladies. And I think the starting time is around about 10 o'clock in the morning. Is that correct, Paul?
I believe so, yeah.
Yep. And we'll look forward to that. There you go. There's Mr. Chris Anderson. 84 years old. Still interested and done a lot of refereeing and plays very nice game of billiards as well. There you go. Everyone's giving a hand. Why wouldn't you want your children to play in this game? It's all here. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much, world. Ladies and gentlemen of the world, and we'll look forward to more play tomorrow with the Lady Australians and the Lady New Zealanders competing against each other. Sleep well. Thank you.
Thank you.